in the United States something that other people can benefit from financially with healthcare. Yesterday, my brother, I got an email from hospital because in this city, there's at least 4 or 5 different hospitals, right? He want an email from them with a bill, which I predicted would happen for his ambulance ride. And because he's mentally ill, he can't afford to pay that. And I need him to stop doing it when really he just has an ache and pain that is due to aging. Okay. And I gave him the bill, but he was like, okay, I'll pay it. I'll pay it. I was like, you're not going to pay it. You'll probably forget in 10 minutes that I even gave that to you. So there's that. I'm, I'll do what I need to do for that situation. But I'm also starting to wonder if I'm too late in his progression of mental illness. Because even though he seems more clear lately, he might have too much damage at this point to rebuild. And especially if he's refusing to go to see a therapist to relearn certain things, like he's just like, well, now, that kind of thing. And he's had trauma, which again, not, I would have to sit down with all the drinks and all the things to explain that he's been through some legit trauma. Okay. But I feel like illness and the last, I'll just say 5 years of trauma, he can recover. And I'm not sure if I really expected him, or maybe I did. Maybe I did expect him to recover and come back to who he was. And I don't know if he'll ever come back to who he really was before mental illness. Because he's lived almost the same amount of time with mental illness as without mental illness. And he was without mental illness as a child. And I saw and recognized, and again, me being his sister, I literally have seen his life. Maybe I've missed out the last 20 years while he was ill, but I recognize, based now on my research, his first psychosis was when he was a teenager. Before he went to college, I see the signs. So I don't know if he'll recover. And in these last few videos, I've been, like I said, talking about long-term care. And that's kind of where I am at this point. Because I don't know if he'll recover, and I don't know if he is made for this world. It's almost like he's Rip Van Winkle. And he knows certain things about modern living. And let me just give you one example. While he is aware of cell phones because he has one, he uses it, but he keeps asking for a cordline phones. But he thinks a cordless phone, if he bought one, cell phone, and he can then travel around with that phone. You know what I mean? So this is where he just is not understanding certain things. So, and he's not even 50 years old. And the healthcare system is making it really difficult for somebody who is under 55 age to get the long-term care they need, where physically he's pretty decently healthy, but he is disabled mentally. And we still don't know what happened when he fell, he had a head trauma. And I don't think we'll ever find out. I don't think we'll ever know, quite honestly. So yeah, so I'm looking into those avenues right now for him in long-term care. And yesterday he asked me, and this was kind of in between, he was having like a manic episode, slight manic. It is evening out. So that's the thing I'm starting to notice is evening out a little bit. So while he was having euphoria and then manic and then anger, he asked me, because I don't think those are the right places for you. I didn't tell him what I really thought. He needs to be in memory care. Um, he needs to be in memory care, not group home. If you send me to a group home, and I was like, I already know that. But thanks for telling me. And I was kind of hoping he may have forgotten. He had even told me that yesterday. So, but I already know that. So yeah, he can't go to a group home. I don't think that's the right place for him for his condition. Um, Again, American healthcare system is kind of trashy in that way, where they just assume that he's addicted to drugs and he's not, and they think that's the cause of his mental illness, which is not. You know, and because unfortunately, a lot of the population try to self-medicate with substances. I can totally see how like healthcare professionals see a lot of that. But my brother doesn't do substances, you know? He doesn't. And like I said, I just said his first psychosis was when he was a teenager. We live on a farm, honey. It's like where was he going to get those things in the 80s and 90s? Yeah, right. So, with that being said, I'm going to go like and subscribe, all the good stuff. Um, I don't think that what I'm doing for him nutritionally is failing. I think, if anything, it's helping me now see what real care he needs and traumatic situations going on in his life, that the mental illness was a part of it, but that's not the whole of it. Like, I think he has lost so much memory, and he really cognitively have had so much damage. And again, back to that fall, we really won't know, you know? So I'm just looking for somewhere where he can live and he will have 24-hour care. That's where I am now. So, you know, if you're a caregiver of a certain age and you're trying to, take care of people who really just can't take care of themselves, um, I don't know, you drop some advice or whatever, and I can do what I can do, but all of this is very new to me. And my own parents, like, this is the sad part before I go. This is the saddest part of it. My brother has so much decline. It's way far worse than my own parents, our parents. His decline is what I would have expected from my parents at this point. So, but my parents are both in their 70s. They're both active and cognitively coherent. We hold conversations and stuff like that. My brother can't, can't. So that's kind of where it is right now. All right. So take care out there.